This is a YellowDuckAudio production. Hello and welcome to the Huddersfield University Podcast Society podcast. Today, we are discussing everything music and acting. I'm Ethan, and we have our first guest on the podcast, Abbi.
I'm the first?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Abbi Lauren. Go check out her Instagram. I'll probably put it somewhere.
Yes, please do. I need followers. Help me. Thank you.
So Abbi, give me a rundown of who you are for the audience.
Who am I? Oh goodness, that's a bit of a loaded question.
Yeah.
I'm Abbi Lauren. I used to go to this university just last year. I graduated. Woo!
Yay.
I got a first. I studied music performance. And if you can't tell already by my accent, I am indeed Irish. This is always a bit of a different question too, because I was born in the south of Ireland, but my accent is northern. My family are from both sides, so I'm Irish, British, nationality, blah 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 blah, and
everything
Irish. I'm definitely
Yeah.
an Irish gal.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm now that I'm graduated, I'm just pursuing the arts and voice acting and singing and acting and everything creative. So yeah.
Yeah, acting and singing. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about a bit today. But as usual, we're going to start with a word question because that's what we do. And the word question, I was originally going to do a different one actually, but then Abbi came up with the coolest one.
Yeah, my question was way better.
Yeah. So yeah, do you wanna say your question?
Yeah. So if you could pick any parallel universe or cinematic universe, you could hop in and out of it with no consequences. What would you choose and why?
Yeah, it's such a good question. I don't know. There's always the classic ones like Harry Potter, or that would be just such a cool one.
That would be cool.
But then it would only be if I was a wizard, because there's
if you're a Muggle, then it's just that's
Muggle,
just the real world.
Yeah, it's
that's
just
boring.
It's just a normal world without magic, because they hide themselves and all that. What about you? What would you pick?
Oh, see, I've got so many different picks for this because it depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm in a fantasy mood. I kind of want to go in Lord of the Rings and be an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to they have nice pretty clothes and that kind of things. And I want to go in Harry Potter because I want to be a witch or a wizard.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, something cool and fantasy or Avengers, but I'm not really a superhero person. I like watching superhero stuff, but that doesn't fit my vibe really.
Yeah. Should we just go on with another weird question, which is if you were in a superhero, what superpower would you have?
What superpower would I have? Okay, I did. Okay, this is maybe a bit cringe because I like creating characters and that kind of thing. I always like imagining scenarios in my head, and basically it feeds a little bit into My Hero Academia as well, which is an anime.
Oh,
so
yeah.
When they have quirks, superpower type things. If I could fly and sing and just create lights with just magically, then I could have my own magic show. I wouldn't need effects or sound.
Yeah.
I could just be an amazing musical magical superhero.
You can just make sound effects from your mouth and
or just it just happens.
Yeah.
Like a button box. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I can make a clown horn sound.
You can make a clown.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Whoa.
Yeah. It's a really weird sound. When my sister taught me how to do this, but it's like a sort of kazoo. You vibrate your top teeth on your bottom lip. It's like a.
You do sound like a kazoo when you do
that.
Yeah. How did you discover this? Where were you when you discovered this?
Where?
Why did you discover this?
Actually, my sister was the one who did it. I've never known anyone else who's been able to do it.
Okay.
But then I just transformed it into a clown horn.
Just on the spot?
Yeah. Well, as soon as I sort of learned how to do it, and then a few years later, I was like, if I did that and then breathed in as well afterwards, then you just get your clown horn.
Okay.
Some beatboxers do it as well, but
talented individual.
Yeah.
Ethan Wood, clown horn guy.
My one defining skill. Actually, I've got two: making origami birds. And,
he made me a little bird. Well, no, he didn't make me a bird. I just stole it.
Yeah. Making origami burns and making clown horn sounds.
ASMR bird. I don't know if they can hear that, but flap, flap, flap. It looks more like the Loch Ness Monster. I was saying this.
Yeah.
But it's still very pretty.
It's a pretty flappy Loch Ness Monster.
Pretty flappy Loch Ness Monster. Okay.
Cool, let's get into the actual...
Oh, yeah, we're here to
Juice.
talk about stuff. I forgot.
Yeah, we're not just like talk about weird questions for the whole time. All right. So, Abby, let's have a question for you. How did you get into acting and or singing in the first place?
Well, everyone has a kind of like, oh, I started it from when I was like a really young age. And like, I wasn't serious about it in any way when I was growing up. But it was like the only thing that I enjoyed. Like, singing is just like my escape. It's always been my escape. If I'm like sad, angry, I just want to get away from the world. It's like, it's just my way of regulating myself, I guess. It's a bit like no words needed, singing, and like I don't care what anyone else like, or like shush, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, well, I'm singing, so that's not really. Don't do that to your families, people. But when you're gonna sing, you gotta sing. And then like over time I wanted to study it, and like I never imagined myself doing anything else as a career. It would always have been something creative because I liked drawing from a young age. I liked acting. Me and my sisters like created plays for each other and then like performed it in front of our family. And then I like started studying it at school, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting more serious about this. And then I went to an orchestra program called National Orchestra for All, which is pretty well known, I think. So it's like non-auditioned, and that was my first experience of like seeing other people of my age wanting to pursue the arts. Yeah. Because at my secondary school there was no one. Like I was only one of the only instrumentalists. Like there was people that enjoyed music, and I had a really nice music department, but like it was no one like wanted to pursue it, and my school didn't even offer it at A level. So they had the scheme where I could study at another school, but also still stay at my school, if that makes sense. I just went there for music and then came back to my school for everything else. And then I when I finished school, I was like, oh, I'm not ready to go to uni yet, so I'll go do some live things, work, and like get another course. And then I came to uni, and I did theatre when I was a teenager, and I kind of like lost track with that after when I started my degree. And now that I'm like finished and graduated, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do music alone anymore, because I like both of those. Like I've always loved storytelling, literature, art, and music, and I love everything that connects them. So I basically just want to perform in and around those spheres, like voice acting, singing, as long as I'm being creative, performing, and storytelling in some form. Yeah.
So it's sort of been like a logarithmic thing.
Like,
it's like, at the start you just had like I like music, and then it's gradually just been like doing more and more.
I think it was always something that was there, but like it only became solidified as I got older, and I was just like, well, I've been doing this and it's the only thing that I truly love, so I'll keep going. I mean, it definitely beats like working in an office. When you're acting, so you acted in a film recently. I did, an indie film. Yeah. So you said earlier that you've done acting as a teenager. Assuming that was like a musical kind of thing? Theatre, mostly. Yeah. There was like some play stuff, but it was mostly musical theatre based, yeah. Do you find it that different going between a camera and an audience? Or like, do you find one more easy than the other? Oh, this is... see, the thing is, I've not been on a proper stage in so long, but like, I remember that feeling like it's always there. And like performing like in music, there's that same kind of feeling. There's a definite difference. Obviously this is my first film and I've not done that many projects yet. Yeah. But being behind the camera, it was fun getting out of the classroom and applying proper acting methods to what we were doing on screen. And in some ways I think the production was good, in some ways it wasn't. I think you have to imagine like the audience, and like because you're acting, at least for me, you're being present in the moment. Like this is happening. You're thinking about like your cue, your mark. This is what your character is like. This is what they're aiming for in the scene. Like this is your storyline. This is what's happening. And on a stage, the energy and the performance you give is driven by your audience's energy and what they reciprocate back to you. Yeah. So in some ways, having a bad audience is not great for a performance. Like if you're giving everything and you're not getting anything back, that can also kind of like not destroy the performance in a way, but it can like detract from the energy that you give to people if they're just staring blankly at you. And like sometimes as people maybe like internalizing it and just like they're so sucked in, but like there are some energies that you just get that just like you can just feel that energy in the air, and it's just so present. And that's the thing that I love about being on stage. I haven't acted that much on screen just yet, and I think it's a difference. I think I slightly prefer stage just because I've done it more. It's what I'm used to, and it's more fun getting that energy in the moment.
Yeah.
It's a bit more spontaneous, and that on screen is a bit more controlled. But I like both of them.
Yeah, and I guess on screen your energy more comes from like the team around you and like the producer, all that kind of
that's
stuff.
also another thing. Like who you're working with is a big thing. Like egos don't have a place. They just don't have a place. Like if you're hard to work with, people aren't going to want to work with you again. And especially as a teenager, like it's different because like you're all young, you're maturing. Everyone's immature. It's like, oh, she took my book, or like, oh, she's going too high, or like when you're in rehearsals. But you have to remember that that's a space for kids.
Yeah.
And there's going to be arguments and you're not going to get along with everyone, and that's fine. But I think at the end of the day, that safe space should be driven by the adults in that situation. And it should be a learning experience at the end of the day, even if you're like, oh, I don't know if I like those people. But it's fine. Everyone's growing.
There's definitely something to be said about having the soft skills, just being able to work with people and like working in a team. Like sometimes you think like, oh, but if I can do it all myself, then why should I need to? But when you then want to get a job, it's quite useful.
You need people.
Yeah, we all need people. I mean, you think, oh, I'm independent because I have a job, and then you realize that everything in the supermarket was made by someone else.
It was.
All the farmers, and when you go to a coffee shop, that's made by someone else. When you go anywhere by public transport,
this enough.
Yeah, like the country, like. I know people can sort of diss on the UK right now, but the fact that we're still all alive and most of us aren't subsistence farmers, it's saying something.
Are you just talking about the UK in general?
Yeah, and
do
generally,
you know a lot of farmers?
No. I mean,
I know at least 2.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are they struggling that much? Because then sort of.
I don't know about one because I haven't heard from him in a while, but my friend Catherine, who was a pianist here, she's graduating now. She just finished her master's. Yay, Catherine.
Yeah.
But her family owns a farm, and I think they are saying that there are some sort of like tariff, or there's like some sort of change with the system at the minute, and that is going to really affect them. I think it's to do with like inheritance.
The inheritance tax
law and that kind of stuff, like in transferring assets from people who are older to their younger generation. I think there's like something specific that she has. I'm not really sure about the details, and it's not really my place to kind of peruse that, as it were. But like, I think they are doing okay for the time being. But I think they are like foreseeing a struggle, and they're trying like everything they can to do to prevent that for the time being. But I also think that farmers in general could be getting treated better.
Yeah. I mean, they are like feeding us. Let's give them some love.
I always try to buy it where I can. I try to buy the farmer's brand of stuff in supermarkets. Just like, oh, at least I can give back to them a little bit somewhere, hopefully.
I'm always getting free range. I don't like this battery stuff.
I think free range tastes nice. Oh, tastes nicer.
They're bigger eggs as well.
Bigger eggs.
And
that's what they all say.
Well, they are though. Like you get like. What is it in Sainsbury's? There's the ones that there's those really cheap eggs that I always thought, oh, they're in cardboard and like they've got a British thing slapped on them. They must be free range. They're not. And I was always wondering why they were like, when they say mixed size, they really mean it because most of them are tiny, and then there's like the odd okay sized one.
Okay.
They're really cheap. They're like £1 less than the actual like nice free range ones, but. The difference.
Am I being dumb? Are the free range ones in plasticky one, or are they in cardboard too?
No, I think the free range ones tend to be in cardboard. They tend to be like green and have like all this like nice printed.
Is it kind of like green cardboardy, and then it's a green sticker?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm actually trying to remember which eggs I actually buy now.
Yeah, I used to always get the like.
Acting and eggs, they go together,
ones.
guys.
Yeah, we're right on topic right now.
It's okay. The hallmark of an ADHD person is that they will get distracted eternally.
Eternal distraction. Right. Let's back on topic.
Let's backtrack. Okay,
This is going to be the most common phrase. Let's get back on topic. On music, do you have a favorite track or artist?
Like, do you mean like piece and song or?
I guess probably it changes depending on genre because you've got to be in different moods. Let's go for like...
For people that don't know,
Yeah.
most musicians refer to instrumental pieces as pieces and then modern songs as songs.
Yeah. So what's your favorite song and then followed by what's your favorite piece?
Well, I have two favorite pieces, but my favorite song. Oh, I guess because I like singing it, although I haven't actually sang it in a while. But do you know Professor Layton?
No.
Oh, Ethan, you need to get on this. Okay, well, no, it was in your time. You should know. So Professor Layton was like a series of puzzle games on the DS.
Right, yeah.
And it was about a British archaeology professor detective who solved mysteries and like there was puzzles and games, and he had a young boy called Luke. And that was like his apprentice number one, kind of like that, kind of like Professor, that kind of stuff. I don't do a bad thing, actually.
That's a pretty good accent.
It's ironic though that Professor Layton himself was actually American. But anyway, we're getting off topic. What was the question again?
What's your favorite song?
Sorry. Oh right, yeah. So they released a movie, and in the movie, the movie's called Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, or the Japanese title, I forget what he's called, but the song's called Eien no Utahime, which is the Eternal Diva, and that's my favorite song to sing. And I sang it in my final recital at university.
Nice.
Because it's a big aria type ballad song. It's kind of like musical theater, classical song ballad type thing. So it starts off really low and it gets like really high, and it's like if I ever got the opportunity to perform that live with a full orchestra, I die. It's really fun.
You finish the performance and just keel over.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm content.
My life's work is complete. I'm out.
Indeed, yeah. And I have two favorite pieces, or is it three? No, I think it's two. Yeah, I think it's two.
Yeah.
So one is obviously there's an anime that I like called Sound Euphonium, which you know.
Yeah. I know
for anyone listening that doesn't know, there's an anime called Sound Euphonium that follows the exploits of a wind band who are performing in competition, and they want to win gold. But the way they win gold in Japan is a bit odd. So they have like different gold winners, and then only the prize winners are selected to advance on, and then there's like a prize winner at the end. So there could be more than one gold person. So I think the goal is a little bit okay. But the piece I play, Mikazuki no Mae, or Crescent Moon Dance, is like one of my favorite pieces. Just because it like it's such a nice piece, and it's like because I play clarinet, they have really nice like clarinet motifs. Like one of them is like which you know that bit.
Yeah.
And I just like. It's like such a great piece. It has like a lot of, it features everyone, and it features a lot of bass instruments on the lower end as well, which is really nice because like most of the time you don't like, they carry pieces, but you don't get to hear them as much. Yeah. And then my other piece, which I fall in love with every time I hear it, I'd say like this is the original favorite of mine. Ballet, Swan Lake.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's the Spanish Dance by Tchaikovsky.
Spanish Dance, yeah.
Because like I've always liked it because it has like two contrasting sections. It has like the really fast section, and then my favorite section is when it slows down, because they have the first section that goes like dun 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 dun, and then you have like the castanet dun dun da 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 da, and like it's just like it's so flowy and like it's fun to dance with. And any Barbie fans out there will remember Barbie Swan Lake, and like I always used to dance and watch along with it, because that was how I was introduced to ballet at a young age.
I think I remember
I was
an
in that
advert
era.
for that, actually. Like,
you remember an advert for that?
I think
Ethan
so.
Wood likes Barbie. You heard it here first.
Hey. See, if I play with Barbie dolls in my free time, like you can't judge me for that nowadays.
You do you. Everyone has their own passions.
I enjoy dressing up in pink and roller skating. Clearly.
Yeah, I see him do this around the flat all the time. Not.
Yep. I'm a speed demon in my
I think
pink
you would
roller
suit
skates.
pink, like a hot dark pink. I think you would.
A hot dark pink.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've been wanting to
Like,
get
you know,
back
like
on
the
roller
Vanish
skates.
pink, you know, the Vanish the cleaning thing.
Vanish pink.
Yeah, you'd suit that, I think.
Damn. I
Like
don't know.
a fleece, like a pink fleece. Because you wear fleeces.
I do like a good fleece. I don't know. Maybe I should try more pink. Some like bright hot pink. I've been wanting to get back into roller skate. I used to roller skate as a child.
I did. I learned roller skating when I was 5.
Did you?
That's when I started, yeah.
Did you have like the sort of roller skates or roller blades?
So I started off with roller skates,
Yeah.
kind of chunky things, and then as I got a little bit older, I think my mum was a bit scared about letting us veer off into dangerous territory. But I kind of imagined roller skates as my own horse, because I was like, oh, imagine if I had a horse and I could gallop around the square.
Yeah.
No, but I went on to rollerblades. I
Yeah.
never had Heelys, the wheel shoes.
Oh no, I never liked those.
I always seen people around with them, but
Yeah.
there was like,
They were always like really cool, but then when you like
or light up ones, like
Yeah.
lights, and like this box in front of me also has pretty lights, and they're just like, I want to press all the lights.
yeah, and then you realize that like all the people walking in them are just like terminally have like basically a stone constantly on their heel.
A stone.
Well, it's like the wheel, you know, like in the heel.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like when you're just walking normally, it's just like. Ugh.
Well, I don't think anyone would just walk normally with them, would they?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you're like going uphill,
I have no
you
idea
can't
about the
really-
mechanics of a Heeley shoe.
Yeah. We've got off
We've
topic
got
again.
off topic again, haven't we? Obviously, because I'm Irish, I love listening to Irish folk, trad music.
Irish folk is actually really good. Though.
It's so nice. One of my favourite groups is a group called Fluke. Do you know them?
No,
You should.
I should know them.
You should know them. And there's a few. There's Celtic Women. But Fluke is one of my favourite groups. They've got like a lot of nice pieces. Beehive is my personal favourite. It's just got really fun hooks. I think they've got one called E flat reels. I also really like Crystal Foxes. There's one called Sleeping Tortoise, and I think that has a really long baron solo in it, the Irish drum.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bodhran, so
Bodhran.
and people either call it a baran or a baran. It just depends on
Yeah.
pronunciation and
yeah.
dialect and that kind of stuff. I say baran.
How big is it? Like that drum? Is it like?
Well, you can get smaller sizes and bigger sizes. So
All right, so it sort of varies. Is it like a sort of dish kind of one, or is it like quite a deep?
oh well, it's kind of I'd say in terms of like shape and size, it looks a bit like a giant tambourine. Obviously, it doesn't
Yeah.
have any tassels or like jingly bits on it, but it's
Yeah.
like a skin, and it's got like a little flip. I forgot what you call the stick. I'm doing great. I'm remembering all my culture today. I do apologize.
the
It's just
stick.
the neurodivergence, forgetfulness.
To be fair, it's quite obscure knowledge. I'm like, so what's that random drum called in your
I wouldn't say it's a random drum. It's a pretty big part of Irish culture, which is even sadder that I've forgotten everything I know right now. But
Cool. That's pretty much all we've got time for, really. So
that's so sad. You
last-
have to invite me back.
yeah, we will. If we ever do anything like any episodes on like anime or video games.
Yes, anime,
Definitely.
video games. Have me back. I'll just talk all day
Yeah. Because like
and get distracted.
you're a guru on that kind of stuff.
I am,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back for that.
Thank you.
And we've got a final bit of news. There's some people
News.
have died.
You should do that a lot more gently. We are sorry to say that these people have now passed, but they are forever in our hearts.
yeah, that. I'm supposed to be more gentle about this. Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah,
I can't say that word,
icon.
Trachtenberg.
Any Buffy fans will know that she played Summer,
Yeah,
the younger sister, and Ice Princess, which was an iconic film.
yeah. I live under a rock, so what Abbi said. Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa and their dog. I'm sure
I don't know
they
what
all
their dog
died.
was called.
They must
It's
have all died at the
literally,
same time. Was it like a fire or something?
I don't know. I just seen it on the news literally this morning. Like there's like no cause of death or anything, and like I always feel a bit bad like talking about the cause of death. It's just like
Yeah.
you know, more about like reliving their memory and like
Yeah.
appreciating their art and what they did during life.
Yep.
But Gene Hackman was like a really big Oscar guy. He was Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, no.
they were cool, and they're not here now. But the good thing is, a gap has opened in the industry for Abbi to enter.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
It's Abbi Lauren.
Abbi
Go
Lauren.
check out her Instagram. Is your website out yet? It might
No,
be.
it will be. I just I want to get like the demos and things on there. I want it to be a bit more professional.
Yeah. So
before I upload it,
we'll if and when it comes up
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, we'll link to Abbi somewhere if you're watching this on
Thank you.
YouTube. I don't know if we can do it on Spotify or what. Anyway,
that's okay. And yeah, I'm on socials. You can find
it's
me.
cool. Yeah, Abbi Lauren.
Thank you so much for having me.
Cool. We're done. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.